Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Stitches and Jacks. Welcome. A little bit of admin. You can find me on YouTube, Ravelry and Instagram as Stitches and Jacks. And there's also an email, stitchesandjacks@gmail.co.uk. I think. I'll put it down here if it's wrong. You have to excuse me if I'm sort of fiddling about and looking over there. Husband is busy painting the outside of the house, and the room that I normally film in, he was painting the outside of that last week. He's painting, he's repairing, maintenance, all that kind of thing. He's had to take a lot of the beading off, and as he took the beading off last week, he shattered a pane of glass. It's still in situ. He's not hurt, but he was a bit cross. So we're kind of staying out of this room. So yes, my eye line. It's just in my eye line. But I digress already. So thank you for joining me again. So welcome. Come and sit on the couch. Come and pull up a chair. Please have a drink, and come and join me. Share your company with me, which I will really appreciate. And we can just pretend it's my turn to talk. I thought perhaps come back and do a little different episode. It's Yarndale in the UK this weekend. It's currently Thursday. Oh, crumbs. 20th, 21st, 22nd, 24th? Is it 24th? I think it's Thursday. I think it's Thursday the 24th of September. The Yarndale starts from Saturday, so that should be the 26th, to Sunday the 27th. And it's a little yarn fest. And when I say yarn fest, that really doesn't do it any justice. I think I've been twice. I think I went in 2016 and 2018. I think, yes. So my eldest daughter, who I normally go with, she was having a baby, so we weren't able to go in 2019, and for reasons that are obvious, we didn't go in 2020. But we've decided that we are going to go. We're not in lockdown. No, it's still around, but we think that as long as we're careful, it's actually held in a cattle market in a little town in Skipton, and it's organised by 3 ladies, and I think this is probably the 6th or 7th year that it has been hosted, or perhaps it's the 5th or 6th. And I think it's anybody within the textile industry. There is commercial yarn. There's obviously indie dyers there, but there's people that spin, felt makers. If you wanted to go anywhere for inspiration or for to sort of take up a new hobby, that is the place to go. It's absolutely buzzing, and it is held in a cattle market. So it's outdoors but not outdoors. It's outdoors in the sense of I don't think there's any walls on 2 sides, so the air can travel through the building and out the building. There is cover overhead. So to our minds, we're thinking that we will be okay. We will still, wear our masks. We will still, sanitize and all that business. And if it gets too crowded around the store, we'll stay away, or we'll just take turns, and one will go and have a look at something. I'm trying. This is probably why I'm doing this video. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable for it. It's thinking, okay, if we're not in lockdown and it is outside, and I go with a list, I'm not just going to be, it's not going to be a free-for-all. I'm not going to buy this, I'm not going to buy that and whatever. And it should be okay. So we will see. We will see. So I thought what I would do is perhaps like show you a couple of things that I've made that I bought with my first indie die purchases, and then show you what I've got left, and then perhaps what I'm hoping to buy for. I think like many of us, you go somewhere with the best of intentions, and before I don't think I used my first indie dyed yarn till I think 2019. I think I purchased it in 2018 in September, but it just took me a long while to sort of get the confidence and yeah, just sort of to give it a go. So I thought that's what I would do. I've got, out of what I bought, I've got 2 projects that I've made with yarn. I didn't go mad, but I think also what I went with no plan apart from I had a pattern and I lost the pattern. And do you think I can find it? It was out of a magazine, so I couldn't do that. But I kind of wanted to make some socks. I knew they wanted to make socks. I don't think I could even make socks then. No, I learned November, December 2018. So I did buy some yarn for sock yarn, and I've not used them because it's too beautiful. It's just too beautiful. So I'm digressing already. Shall we just get into what I've got to show you? Shall we? Yeah, okay. I've just hit the camera, so hopefully I can get rid of that in the editing process, so we'll see. So my first, I'm just looking at my notes just behind you, so sorry for staring over your shoulder. And the yarn, bear with me. Right. I started this just after New Year last year, and I finished it the middle of February. So considering up at that point, 2018, September 2018, I was normally using commercial DK and mainly sort of baby toddler knits, and it was 2018, 17, 18, I really got back into knitting. So I went for, it's a John Arbon yarn, and it's a debonair, I think that, hopefully that's how you pronounce it, yarn, and it's called the Stellina shawl, and this is the pattern. You can see that there. That's beautiful. So I chose a mustard, and this is in my Cozy Memories blanket. So this is what I made. So you can see, and it's one skein. And this was the very first shawl that I learnt to use lifelines with. I think I had already started on this. I'll hold it back there. And it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And I don't know whether the camera will pick the Stellina up. I'm not sure if it will. You can just see my face through it. It's so fine. It is lovely, absolutely lovely. So I learnt, what did I learn? So I learnt my lifelines, I learnt my stitch markers, and it's knitted from the bottom up. Just having a look. Yeah, it's knitted from the bottom up, that's the bottom. And then you just gradually increase, and it is charted. Let me just have a look. It's a paid for pattern. It's charted and notes, and you can see there the model, the lady, she's wearing it, how big that is. Absolutely beautiful yarn, absolutely beautiful yarn. So that was quite a project for me, and I think I knitted a couple of shawls prior to this, but this was my first indie dye yarn shawl. So I knitted that. And then it was a good few months went by, and I think it was till about September last year, I think, when I first started podcasting, or August, I decided to do this. I do have a love for cables, and I haven't knitted anything for cables, with cables, for, I think I've knitted the odd sock and everything, but I really have a yearning to cast on something with cables. This, let me just get my notes and move them here. Oh, I should have told you that this is like a lace weight. You probably would have guessed anyway. This is a lace weight yarn. Now I've closed my book. This isn't a proper podcast, is it? It's extra fine merino, and it's 75%. 75% merino, 20% silk, 5% stellina, and the colourway is burnished gold. So yeah, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I thoroughly enjoyed making that. So my next project, I cast it on in September and finished about the middle of October, and it's called The Lotus Hat by Ellie Doyle. And I think I'd made a pair of socks. So that's the hat. And it's beautiful. I had to, let me tell you who the yarn's from first of all. It's by Snuggly Stars. And it is a DK yarn, and it's a sepia industry on the Darling, DK based. Now, I have used charts, but I've never used a chart, I don't think, in a round. So I had a couple of issues with that in the sense that I didn't understand that some of the charts were coloured in, and it just indicated that it was a space until you'd increased, I think. And then that you obviously just went round. But I absolutely love this hat. I've worn this a lot. Yeah. My fringe needs cutting. Let me just put that up there. So yeah, all the eyebrows are okay today. I think so. Yeah, really, really lovely hat. Now my hair's going to go for it. The only thing I think, maybe, I like it, I love it, but maybe the pattern would stand out a little bit more if it was plain. If you go and have a look on Ravelry, I think it's in a beautiful red, really, really lovely red. So they were my first two purchases, or two of my purchases that I actually made. So now I'm going to share with you what else I have left from the Yarndale haul in 2018. So I'll stop the camera here, I'll go and get it and come back. You'll have to please excuse if you can hear any noise. That's my husband banging. I know he's painting, but he's doing maintenance as well, so hopefully the camera's not picking it up too much. I mean, it won't be too annoying for you. So I think in 2018, I think I just started watching some podcasts, and the podcast that I had been watching was Inside Number 23, and I'd never seen anything like it. I think I'd read a knitting magazine, and there was a little article on podcasters. I thought, oh, well, I'll give them a go. I think there was a couple of others, and I must have watched those as well, but I was really taken aback by Katie from Inside Number 23. And she came on and she was knitting this shawl, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. It's in a DK weight, and it's called the Duchess of Devonshire. And there it is there. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I fell in love with that. I thought, oh, I really want to make that. So I went to Snuggly Stars stall, and this is what I bought. I've got a tray here. Oh, the lid's are great. I don't want to drop it. So it's Snuggly Stars yarn. And can you see that yarn? It's beautiful. absolutely beautiful. And this is Dusty, I can't even pronounce it. Can't even see it, let alone pronounce it. This is what it is. So, and it's beautiful. And she was lovely, really lovely. She took her time with me. I explained that I'd not, used Dingy Dye before. I've got no idea what to do. I've got this pattern, and she was quite happy, to help me. And I said that I needed 4 skeins of yarn. So it's been in my box. It'll be 3 years, won't it? Wow. So I bought my 4 skeins. So I've got them all here. And I thought about, putting a little podcast together. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if I, just cast on a project and I could show you something? Well, I haven't got that far. The reason I haven't got that far is because I read the pattern properly. I have the right yarn, but I have too much. It was saying 4 skeins of black yarn in 4-ply fingering, but it was only 50 grams. So I've got double what I need. And I was humming and hawing, and I was thinking, oh, well, should I really, as I've got 4 skeins, should I be making something else? But because of the size that I am, I'd need something else. I'd need more skeins, or I'd to add something on. So I decided that I'm going to make the shawl, because that's why I bought it, and that's what I really want. So I'm going to make the shawl with this. And then the other 2 skeins I can make a pair of socks. Wow, that's a surprise. So I can put that in my sock box, or I can I can make a pair of socks, and then I can make a little shawl out of it as a gift knit or something, I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So I'm like, right, okay, that's fine. And then I wanted something to go with, well, the blouse I had at the time. I'm not even sure if I've still got the blouse, but I bought Sweet Georgia, and it's Tough Love sock, and that is really way out for me, those colours. Let me just see. Yeah, it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Let's see. Yeah, and that's her. Yeah, Sweet Georgia. And I kind of always intended to have like a little, like a one skein shawl, something just to keep around my neck. So after my last podcast, I'd asked if anybody had got any DK sock patterns to recommend, because I haven't knitted socks in DK weight. So I've gone completely away from the shawl, but I was recommended this pattern, and it's the Home Body Socks by Helen Stewart. So I'm going to have a go at making those. It's funny, isn't it? You have stuff in your stash and your taste can change. I thought they would make a nice sock pattern, pair of socks. So that's that. So that was that. And then I have this skein. It's beautiful, lovely colours, lovely. And this is from a company called Tall Yarns, and this is their lace, and this is a superwash sock lace, and it's 600 metres. That's focusing on that. Hopefully that's focusing. So I need like a little lace pattern, a shawl for this. So I'm going to go on a revelry. That's the only one I think that I haven't decided. So that was that. I know what I want to do, but it's just finding the pattern. I have got is it 52 weeks of shawls? I've got that book, but I couldn't find anything in there that was lace. And then the other item that I bought the pattern, and again it's John Arbin. Jarban Textiles. No, that's not Jarban bag. I have, this is gorgeous. I'm hardly going to buy anything horrible, am I? What I think is horrible. And this is Livonia. Look at this colour. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me just hold one up so you can see the label. Would have to be the one that's creased, wouldn't it? So there we are. That's the label, and it is called Pollen Gold, and it's 50% Exmoor, Blueface, 30% Blueface Leicester, and 20% Wensleydale. And it's lovely, and that's, if you wanted to have a look at that. Oh, I'm trying to hide my face. So I decided I'd make this. You can see out there. And it is crochet. Now in 2018, I wasn't that far ahead on my crochet. I still want to make it. I feel a lot more confident now, and I am going to do it. It might not be till the new year, but I'm going to give that a go. So that was those two, and then I think when the exhibitor list came through, you know how you're looking through. I don't know about you, but I can really be captured by just a photograph. So this is what I bought, and it was Mothian Squid. Mothian Squid. So this is called, yeah, this is the tag's printed. That's their logo. So it's called Christmas Tree. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really lovely. And it's all the little nubs in it. And I must admit, I didn't know what they were. Then I bought this one, which is called the Night Sky. Look at that. Wow. So that's really lovely. And then this one here is called, is it Calico Cat? Oh, that reminds you of Bonfire Night. Isn't that lovely? And these were all 85% superwash merino, 50% Donegal Nep. Oh, that's 75% superwash, BFL, 25% nylon. And this is 85% superwash merino. So I don't know what I'm going to make of these. I think there might be socks. I do think there might be socks, though. That one, yeah, that one I think I might put that around my neck. It is so beautiful. But then that one's not. I don't wear. Well, I was going to say I don't wear green. This is like a greeny shade, isn't it? But that's really pretty as well. So yes, it's either going to be socks or a shawl. So any ideas for what you think I could make with these? Any pattern suggestions? That would be lovely. So when I first got these out, I think last week I was a bit like, oh, that's quite a lot to have, isn't it? And I thought, no, think about where you were then and where you are now. And you're in a totally different place. The crochet scarf, when I bought it, scared the life out of me. Now I think to myself, right, okay, I just need to sit down quietly and have a go at that. So that was that. Right, let me see if I can just put this down here. Just bear with me a minute while I put this down. Right. And then last year it wasn't on, so I bought the kit. There was the Yarndale socks. I bought the kit, and this is the socks. So I aim to wear these, I think, on Sunday. So these are just a cuff down vanilla pair of socks with a heel flap and gusset and a wedge toe. So they're really nice. So I haven't worn them, and I've been waiting till we could go to Yarndale and wear them. I just love striped socks. There's just something about them. So yes, I've got those ready to do. So that's my Yarndale haul from 2018. Hi, just looking at my hair. I've been outside, just give Mr. Jack's a cup of tea, keep the worker happy. Oh, I forgot to show you. I've got a new acquisition. Let me get up and see if I can get up without knocking the camera. I've got a really beautiful necklace pendant. This is my pendant that my lovely friend Lindsay made me. We just crouch down. So these are all like stitch markers, progress keepers, so you can take them off and use them in your projects. That's quite handy if you're away somewhere. Quite handy storage as well. I don't know if you're like me, you've got a few here, a few there, and also just makes a really beautiful piece of jewellery. I've turned it round now, so I've got really lovely precious stones, got beautiful hearts, got a little owl, a little bird, little dove, some scissors for my dressmaking, little birds because I love watching the birds, feathers. Am I showing you if I've got it in the right angle? And my initial is on there as well. Look at that. How lovely is that? Yes, absolutely beautiful. So I hope I've been able to show that properly in the camera. So I'm going to try, this is where I'm holding myself to account, to have a bit of a plan for Yarndale. And while I appreciate that there are so many lovely things out there that I would like to knit, as there is for all of us makers, whatever your craft is that you want to make, we know that there is not enough time. But yeah, I've got my plan. So yeah, I have my Yarndale list, and I'm trying to, yeah, that's my list there of everybody. So I've gone through and I've highlighted some people I would like I've gone through and I've highlighted some people that I would like to see, and perhaps some things that I would like to buy. So I want to have a little bit more thought in my purchases this time, in the sense of obviously the season that it's going to be in. I want to have a look at hats, gloves, mittens, or I want to make hats, gloves, mittens and some shawls. I don't have very much, very few, I don't have DK skeins. I have quite a few in the 4-ply fingering, but I'd like to have a few more. You know, so if I wanted to make a hat or a pair of mittens or something. So I have got some patterns. Let me just get them. I just bought two. I'd also like to increase my skill set. I think this one is, oh right, okay, well I'm going to increase my skill set because this is a crochet pattern. Right, let me show you. Right, so this is this one. So really like that. And this is the Berlin hat by, is it Kirkoo Corner. Oh right, okay, well that's gonna right, but I would still really like to have a go at making that, and that will be something that would be, well, I say a challenge, have to see. But I'm definitely in the market for some DK yarn, and I would like to have a go at this, and I think this is just slip stitches. So it comes in 2 sizes. So that's the name of the hat, and that's a designer. And she was through August and was running 50% off her patterns. She'd release a pattern a day, and she would, yeah. So that was that. So you've got a choice of 2 different sizes, whether you want one that's really slouchy or one that's a bit shorter. So I really like those. I want to have a go at making that, and that's the DK pattern. The next pattern that I wanted to have a go at was the Hint of Autumn, and this is by Tammy Gorn. I've made one of her shawls before, and to me that just says autumn. It's just so lovely. So I have my cream. It's a 5 colour shawl. So I have this one here, which is Magnolia. You see that? Yeah. And it's by Blue Fern Yarns. So I've got that one. Then I would need an orange, which I have, again by, oh sorry, I'm doing a reef there, scratching my nose. Blue Fern Yarns, and this is Maple. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really lovely. So they go together really nicely. And then I need a gold. Now, I'm not sure if this is too dirtier a gold. So there's that one. That'll be better. Showing you. I'm trying to hold these up. I can't hold 3 things up. So I've got those 3. And then you need a red, but this is, I would say this is a raspberry red. And then I need a chocolate. I haven't got a chocolate. So I'll take a picture of what I've got, and obviously I need a chocolate, but I think I'll definitely try to change this colour. But that one might be okay. But if I see one that's a real goldy gold, then I might buy that. So that's that plan. And then I would like to get a jumper quantity. And these are, my approach is, does this sound good? My plan is that I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going to any other festivals. So this is going to last me for a year. Does that sound feasible? No, not feasible. Does that sound, oh, what a good idea, I suppose. And this has caught my eye. Is the camera picking that up? See, from there that might be me. Do you think? And this is in. So that's a pan, and that's who it's by. And it's in this month's issue of the Knitter magazine. And it just looks really, really lovely. So I'd like to have a go at that. And that is, I brought my glasses in because I can't see anything. So let's have a look. And this is in Fibre Spates Aran. And according to this, I would need 7 100-gram skeins for that pattern to keep these beauties warm, shall we say. So yeah, I really like that colour as well. Really like that colour. So you can tell I'm in autumn mode. And then, so I have a hankering for cables, and I have a hankering for a scarf, like a long one. I quite like something, back of your neck where it just gets a bit cold. Not so much the rest of yourself. So I have 52 weeks of shawls. Here's shawls. The photography is beautiful in here. Still can't get it right. I've got loads marked in here. So this is what I would like. I really fancy having a go at that. Now I need to be careful what I show you, don't I? What's that? And hold it. So that's the schematics. So that looks really lovely. This is a DK yarn. It's 5 skeins of juicy DK by Farmer's Daughter Fibres. That doesn't mean anything to me. So it's 5 100-gram skeins. But I do really, really like that. And then the second one I like is this. I really like that. I think that's beautiful. Again, quite big. Does it tell you who? Oh, yes. I don't think, am I showing you anything? And this is steeking. I haven't had a go at steeking. Too terrified. Right, just wondering about my husband coming in then. And that's a schematic, and that is who it's by at the top of the page, and that's what it's called. So my idea is to perhaps have some techniques in that I can work on this next year. So brioche is on my list. Also mosaic knitting, so I'd like to choose a pattern for that project. And some colour work. I'd quite like to get a kit for some Fair Isle for perhaps a hat or a pair of mittens. And that's tons. So we will see. We will see if I stick to my list, if I stick to my goals, and what I come back with. And I should come back. I'm looking to take some footage at Yarndale, so you can come with me and see what's there, and yeah, just see whether I get swept up in the moment. I'm going with my daughter, so obviously I have to I was going to say influence, encourage her in any yarny purchases, any yarny choices that she makes. So I do seem to have like a very long list, but the fact of just being there and being in that environment and seeing the variety of talent and creativity, that'd be enough, I think, for me to breathe in. So yes. So I hope you enjoyed this, and on that note I'm going to leave it there. Here get my grammar mixed up, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And yeah, okay, take care, bye. Oh, my glasses are falling off.
take a boob shot. just take me for a horror.